ago with Skylanders Spyro's Adventure. That really was the start of the whole genre of Toys to Life. And so each year we're trying to bring something fresh, something new to it. This year it's vehicles, a whole new type of toy to play with, to bring to life. And in this level that we're going to play today, you're actually high up in the clouds of the Skylands. So we've brought these clouds into the level. They're 3D volumetric clouds. You have to kind of part them as you progress through the level. And you can fly, you can drive, you can even go on and under the water with different vehicles across the game.
And I think one of the things that's really unique about Skylanders SuperChargers is that seamless blend between the on-foot action RPG experience that people have grown to love with the land, sea, and sky, vehicle fantasy. And we'll see like how we seamlessly switch from one to the other as we play through this level.
Okay, so to start out the level, we have to bring on both a vehicle and a character. So I will put on one of our Sky vehicles. This is Sky Slicer.
And we can see here the vehicles all have an elemental affinity as well, the same as the Skylanders do. So you got a really interesting interplay there, I think, between them.
Absolutely, and every single character can play with any vehicle. So it's pretty amazing. Game supports the 300 characters that have come before from prior games, and they can all pilot the vehicles.
I'm just imagining how your design team felt about that, where you tell them, okay, for the next game, we're going to have vehicles, so we need you to design a bunch of vehicles, but also everyone's going to need to have some piloting animation, so we got to make sure everybody can drive.
We've got a really hardworking team at VV, and we're
imagine.
very, very passionate about our fans and honoring their collection and really giving them incredible value.
And now we see Bowser
in all of his glory.
hammer slamming it up.
So this is his basic attack with the hammer. You've got combos that you can do with it, and you really don't want to be on the other side of that hammer.
I really love how you guys captured the physical presence of Bowser, and he's just so big and intimidating, and the way he's kind of just lumbering around.
Yeah, really getting the animation right, really getting that personality through. Even the sound effects matching that. So you've got some great moves with the hammer, but he can also summon Koopas. So these green-shelled Koopas can be summoned one at a time, and they can be knocked about with a hammer as well. So they're in the shell form. You can knock them around.
I love how they kind of duck and pull their heads back into the shells when he's
yeah,
nearby.
They cower. They cower. You can see them tremble in the animation. It's just that subtle detail.
I figure they're probably used to this. It's like our boss is a little not careful with us. We have to duck down.
Exactly.
All right, so we brought multiple different Bowsers so that we could show off different points on their upgrade tree, because just like all of our Skylanders, you can upgrade your character as you go along, gaining new powers, new weapons, etc. So I'm going to swap out for another Hammer Slam Bowser.
And of course, Bowser is a fire element.
Absolutely.
Seems very appropriate.
Incredible fire attacks we'll be showing you in just a moment. So as part of that upgrade tree, the Koopas can get upgraded. And we're actually going to show you the fire effects.
Cool.
This is Magma Bowser. And this is great fun for us to create. Originally we were thinking about Giga Bowser, and the Nintendo team said do something new. And we wanted to really supersize him. And we created Magma Bowser. So those fire attacks are amazing. Speaking of which, you got Koopas that are now red shell. And these red shells are heat-seeking Koopas, which is pretty awesome in combat. And you can knock them about as well, which is pretty fun.
I'm going to switch again so we can go to a fully upgraded Bowser on one of the two upgrade paths that you can take.
And for folks who aren't familiar with Skylanders, you're not committed to an upgrade path once you take it. So if you take your Bowser in one direction and you decide, hey, I kind of want to try out that other style of play, it's totally fine to swap and adjust as you're going along.
Exactly. So you can, as you're playing through the game, you collect gold and you can use it and spend that gold towards those upgrades. So we're on the Koopa Commander path, with his upgrades, and it's pretty awesome. You've got those hammer attacks. You've got the heat-seeking shells, and you can summon the warp pipes, which is pretty cool. And the warp pipes launch 4 Koopas at once.
Oh, you got some paratroopers now.
Exactly, and because they got the wings, if you've got aerial enemies, they'll be able to go after them. So which is really cool, in combat.
Wow, they're almost like little ducklings how they follow him along, like doo-doo-doo. Come
Yeah,
on,
we want
boss.
to give him that little behavior and have him like pathfind around with Bowser. It's really fun. Fun to see that. Very entertaining. So here we're coming up on the first vehicle section, and this is an air section.
Nice.
And so we're gonna have Bowser go in and take out these transport ships.
So one thing that I think folks are really going to enjoy when they get in here and start playing around with the Superchargers is anyone can drive any one of the vehicles. So this isn't Hammer Slam Bowser's own vehicle, but that doesn't mean he's not going to do an awesome job piloting it.
That's right.
Yeah, what's really cool is we actually, you know, if you have a collection of Skylanders from prior games, they all work in this game. All over 300 Skylanders toys. All of them can pilot vehicles, drive, go underwater. We really want to make sure if you had a collection, we honored it. You could bring them into this game and play with them.
And it's just fun seeing what they do.
Yeah.
In the new game.
It
so
really
Sky
is.
Slicer's away, and you can see how we just seamlessly transition to flight mechanics. It's at the same level. These levels are absolutely huge. Probably about 10 times larger than our prior games.
Yeah.
Just because you're moving so fast, you know, through the Skylands, whether you're in the air or driving on ground or on water or even underwater.
Yeah, I love the graphics here that you guys have put together as well. It's beautiful, and it's what you're saying about the clouds as well. They really have such an authentic kind of texture to them.
And it actually is tied into the play mechanics. So in one aspect of this level, you can actually clear the storm clouds, and if you beat that mission, it's an optional mission, those clouds go away, and that, you know, opens up secrets that you wouldn't otherwise know. So David's jumping into the mod system. So our vehicles are totally customizable, which is really awesome. And like, so anytime in gameplay and combat, you can switch out to new mods and upgrade your vehicle, and the stats upgrade is part of that too.
And I'm not sure if folks could catch it, but Bowser's eyes were still moving while you're doing that, and he's just sort of like, oh, staying right here for a minute, no problem. I'll
One
just
of my
wait.
favorite moments. It's a great comedic moment in the game. So here we have the upgraded Sky Slicer.
There we go. There
It
he is.
really helps in terms of you know, taking out these transport ships. There you go.
All
I
right.
think it's really interesting.
We
like,
should show supercharging, yeah?
Yes.
Yes.
So Skylanders SuperChargers, you get to supercharge your vehicles when you do the right vehicle and character pairing. So the Sky Slicer actually belongs to Stormblade here. We'll take a quick look at Stormblade. And
when she hops in, totally different story.
absolutely. So let's bring her on. And she gets custom mods for her vehicle. This is the supercharged version of the Sky Slicer.
Oh, that looks sharp.
Incredibly tricked out, super powerful.
The shape of it kind of reminds me of a Psy, actually. It's got a really
Pretty
slick shape to
lethal.
it. And the difference is obvious right away, just the kind of damage you're doing and how the vehicle looks as well.
Yeah, and the amount of speed that you get. It all varies. And as you play through the vehicle sections, you pick up gear bits. And that's our economy for vehicles that you can then use to upgrade the vehicles as you get those new mods.
And it's nice, that's another place where you can pick and choose your customizations and adjust at any point. So there's never a time when you're locked in and it's like, okay, that's it, my vehicle's done.
Right.
You can mix it up as much as you want.
All right.
Do you want to switch over to the
I
Clown
want to switch.
Cruiser?
I want to switch to a
Yeah.
different vehicle.
Sure.
So let's take the Sky Slicer out, and we can bring on the Clown Cruiser.
Nice.
And again, you can take Bowser's plane and mix and match with any Skylander.
Oh, that looks so cool.
And every time you bring a new vehicle, you know, onto the portal, we have this sort of car show, showcase, highlighting the weapons and offensive capabilities of the vehicle. So here we have the Clown Cruiser with Stormblade piloting it.
I think it's interesting
shoot
when
out,
folks start playing with this, we're going to
fireballs.
see how they handle differently as well.
They do. All the vehicles handle differently. So like based on your play style, based on the encounters and what's going on, you can really, really vary up the play pattern mechanics.
I'm going to use my secondary attack, which is
Bullet
a big,
Bill.
giant bullet bill.
That's
So I can charge
awesome.
up by holding down the X button for a little bit longer to get as powerful as possible, deal a lot of damage.
Nice.
That's my favorite attack, the Clown Cruiser. And it's got fireballs that'll shoot out as a primary attack. So you know what? What's the Clown Cruiser without Bowser?
Time to supercharge it.
Time to supercharge.
Nice.
SuperCharged.
Totally tricked out just for Bowser. Now fans might, you know, like remember the airship, prior Super Mario, and we've really taken that theme and given this wooden airship feel to the Clown Cruiser. But just because it's made of wood doesn't mean it's not incredibly powerful.
It's amazing seeing the attack damage he does here when he's paired up with it. Oh, that's so cool.
Nice job, David.
Thank you.
All right, so he took out the transport
Awesome.
ships, and we're going to do a little bit more on-foot play. Now, this version of Bowser's been upgraded on the other path, the Magma Bowser Molten path. So his hammer is different, and all of his attacks have been amplified with fire moves. So we'll take a look at that. So now his swings are all got, you know, fire attached to him, does more damage.
And now we're back on land here. We can see another one of the cloud mechanics. You've really got an interesting fog of war system going in this game.
Yeah, which is great in a platformer. You can find treasure, you can find enemies, you know, and lots of different secrets and like new hidden areas in the game. So that flamethrower is like continuous, incredibly lethal, you know, when you upgrade.
Wow.
And of course you got the Koopas as well.
Ah, he's just beastly. This is so neat.
And part of the
Oh,
upgrade
Koopas.
path is also upgrading the Koopas, and when you have the molten path, you'll be able to upgrade them into dry bones, and they're all running around on fire, and they'll catch enemies on fire as
That's
they touch
awesome.
them. So that's a quick preview of Bowser.
Hammer Slam Bowser, but we've got some other cool stuff to show off here as well. Some special goodies you brought to show us how the concept for this came about.
We did. We had so much fun creating these characters, these versions, and like going back and